Alright friends, welcome back to News Analysis and Features for 53rd week. As I have already told, for week number 51, 52 and 53, we are discussing important events of 2015. During 51st week and 52nd week, we discussed important national events, and now we will discuss important international events. Maithripala Sirisena elected new president of Sri Lanka. During Mahinda Rajapaksa's time, Sri Lanka tilted slightly towards China, but Maithripala Sirisena is trying to balance the situation between India and China. Barack Obama was the chief guest at Republic Day parade and a civil nuclear agreement was signed, and a general impression was created that India is slightly tilting towards United States of America during the year. And during the end of year, the government tried to rebalance after the visit of the Prime Minister to Moscow during the last week of December. Left-wing Syria party led by Alexis Tsipras came to power in Greece. It is anti-austerity party, and finally the 86 billion euro deal with the multilateral lenders was finally solved. Look into the next one. Liberia, Sierra Leone and Guinea declared Ebola free. Who declared entire West Africa Ebola free? And this is the greatest achievement if you look at Ebola in West Africa. Lee Kuan Yew, founding father of Singapore, dead. The man credited with bringing Singapore to one of the most advanced nations within a span of 20 to 30 years passed away recently. Historic agreement was signed between Iran and world powers, popularly known as P5+1, basically to prevent the proliferation of weapons in Iran, and now Iran is expected to come into the mainstream economically by having trade relations with developed countries in future. Look into the next one. Silk Road project was unveiled by China, and this is with a view to connect Asia with Africa and Europe, right? Look into the next one. Concrete shape was given to Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and it will become reality by early 2016 and is expected to be rival for Asian Development Bank and the World Bank. Look into the next one. India will purchase 36 Rafale jets from France. Long pending issue was solved. Look into the next one. China plans to build Tibet Nepal railway line through Himalayas. With this, the relation, the commercial bonds, the trade relations between Nepal and China are expected to take shape. And this is not palatable to India. In Madhesi's issue, India's stance is not accepted by Nepalese. There is a lot of misunderstanding created between India and Nepal in Madhesi's issue. Canada will supply 3,000 tons of uranium to India over a period of 5 years. And subsequently, an agreement was also reached with Australia for supplying of uranium to India. Severe earthquake in Nepal, 7.9 on Richter scale, killed more than 7,000 people. But India is in the forefront when its armed forces conducted massive operations named Operation Maitri, and at the same time India announced $1 billion assistance to Nepal. China unveiled $46 billion China-Pakistan economic corridor to connect Gwadar port in Pakistan with Kashgar. This is basically with a view to have friendly relations with Pakistan. China has got its own problems with Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang province of China, and it would like to have better trade relations with Pakistan. Not only that, it would like to have strategic Gwadar port, as India is going to construct Chabahar port in adjacent Iran. Look into the next one. Migration of Rohingya Muslims from Myanmar to Thailand and Malaysia, as Rohingyas are not being recognized as the citizens with due respect in Myanmar. Look into the next one. Almost 1.5 million refugees from Syria reached Europe, and out of which almost 1 million people reached Germany. Germany accepted more than 1 million refugees during the year. China plans a east-west railway line through South America, probably keeping an eye on the natural resources available in South America. Look into the next one. Sepp Blatter, his image was totally battered during the year, and finally he was suspended for 8 years. Racism and guns is the debate of the year in USA during 2015. Barack Obama mentioned several times with regard to his inability to control racism and guns. The country has got population of around 32 crore, but please don't forget, the guns in that country far exceed the population. President Obama announced Obamacare law, which mandates Americans to have health insurance. It is considered to be a landmark law with regard to the provision of insurance to all the citizens of the country. Look into the next one. After more than 50 years, US and Cuba took historic steps to normalize relations by opening up embassies. This is also another historic decision taken by Barack Obama. Third bailout package for Greece worth 86 billion euro was approved by European Central Bank, International Monetary Fund and European Commission. Look into the next one. Syria Crisis resulted in the biggest refugee population from a single conflict in a generation. The implementation of 8 Millennium Development Goals of United Nations, which were set in 2000, came to an end in 2015, and now United Nations set up 17 Sustainable Development Goals which are to be implemented by 2030. So the era of Millennium Development Goals came to an end in 2015, and the beginning of 2016 will see the era of Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goals. New Development Bank, popularly known as the BRICS Bank, was formally opened in Shanghai with KV Kamath from India as the first president. Expanded Suez Canal was inaugurated by Egypt, which costed around $8 billion, and at some places the pathway was doubled, some places it is widened. Please look into this picture. And Egypt spent around $8 billion, and please don't forget, this canal connects Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea, whereas Panama Canal connects Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Religious intolerance reached its peak in Bangladesh as several killings of bloggers or rationalists took place. Several secular bloggers were killed in Bangladesh during the year. Nepal approves a new constitution and came into effect on 20th September, but Madhesis in Terai region are not happy, and Madhesis is to strained relations between India and Nepal, and Nepal is inching closely towards China in recent times because of the misunderstanding created between India and Nepal with regard to Madhesis issue. Look into the next one. Success of clinical trials of Ebola vaccine created moment of jubilation in Africa. Clinical trials for Ebola vaccine were successful, and the vaccine may become a reality shortly. Renminbi is set to join as the 5th currency of special drawing rights of International Monetary Fund. Look into the next one. Indian-born Sundar Pichai became the new CEO of Google, and Google unveiled its parent company Alphabet. China plans to build $10 billion nuclear power plants in Pakistan, in addition to $46 billion infrastructure corridor connecting Gwadar port with Kashgar. So These point to growing friendship between China and Pakistan. Look into the next one. G4 leaders called for urgent reforms in United Nations Security Council. The heads of G4 leaders met after a gap of almost 10 years, pressing for permanent membership in United Nations Security Council. The G4 countries, all of you are well aware, the G4 countries are India, Japan, Brazil and Germany. Volkswagen emission scandal. CEO Martin Winterkorn resigned and it dragged the image of Germany a bit. Look into the next one. Angela Merkel shown magnanimity in accepting Syrian refugees. She was named Times Person of the Year during the year. Historic trade accord of Trans-Pacific Partnership was signed by 12 Pacific Rim countries, and on the lines of TPP, RCEP is expected sometime from now. Look into the next one. AKP won in Turkey elections in the snap polls in October, but he could not get a majority to make a president more powerful. China scrapped one-child policy after 37 years and now all the couples can have 2 children. Look into the next one. Presidents of China and Taiwan met in Singapore. This is the first meeting of heads of state since 1949. Emergency and impeachment of vice president in Maldives created political storm. Look into the next one. National state of emergency was imposed in Paris after terror attacks which killed 129 people. And during the year, Russia came in support of Syria, making the situation more complex in Syria. In historic elections in Myanmar, Aung San Suu Kyi became the clear winner. And after several years, groundbreaking ceremony for Tapi pipeline was held at the Meri in Turkmenistan. Formation of ASEAN Economic Community by ASEAN through Kuala Lumpur Declaration. This is historic development. They want to develop ASEAN on the lines of European Union. Climate summit concluded at Paris with an agreement to restrict global temperature rise to 2 degrees centigrade in comparison to pre-industrial levels, preferably to 1.5 degrees centigrade. These are the important world events during 2015, and from first week of 2016 onwards, as usual, the news analysis will have discussion on important topics. Right? So, this is the last in the series of covering important events of 2015, and this week it covered international events. Have a nice day. Thank you.